Okay, two, one.
Sometimes.
We are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Canadian Social. It's Friday, and we're doing a little sibling talk. My name is Tara Abram, and I'm here with my fabulous co host, Renee Whiten. And I'm joined by somebody that I think is really extra special. We kind of like half grew up together.
Sharing a room?
No, we
you
fully
didn't
grew up
share
together. This is my brother. This is Mark.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hey,
Thanks
welcome.
for coming.
Oh, excited. Love hanging out with my favorite sister.
It's so nice to not be the sister on the show. Like, this is fun. I get to sit back and watch and enjoy.
Perfect, because it's your brother, correct? Blaine's
It
your
is.
brother? Yes.
Yeah. Blaine's my brother. So usually Tara and I are putting up with, or Tara's putting up with us and our shenanigans. So this
Well, you'll see. We also have shenanigans, so it runs in every family.
I think it's so important. What
It is.
We can't
Absolutely.
harass each other. Yeah.
But are you the youngest or the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, okay, so Tara's the oldest too. So I mean, Blaine knows what it's like to be picked on a little bit. So she was pretty good to me, but the odd time.
I don't think I really picked on you that much. I don't think so.
You were pretty good.
So with Blaine and I, there's this thing going between us because for most of our lives growing up, I was kind of an angel and he was kind of hyper. And, it was just the perfect opportunity for me to do bad things and then get him in trouble for it because he was the active one and I was not. So why would I do it? But I actually did it. Mm-hmm. So did you guys have that? Did Tara get you in trouble for stuff?
To be honest, I'd say not really. I'd say the trouble that we got in, we kind of got in it together.
Did you?
Our parents both worked full time, but also had a side business, and so we were left when Tara was old enough to look after both of us. Oftentimes we were home alone when she got a little bit older, and we still found ways to get into trouble. But she was pretty nice because she would take me along. At that point, but I can't remember any times where specifically she did something and then blamed me for it. So, but there was definitely things that we probably shouldn't have been doing at that point in time. I say, Mom and Dad, shame on them for leaving us alone. We were just bored and had to go find something to do. But she was a pretty good sister growing up with. So
that's awesome. I kind of like her. She's pretty fun.
Well, I don't mind her. I mean, she did give me a $20 bill to say most of these nice things, but no, just kidding. No, all jokes aside, I was very fortunate having a nice older sister. So
that's awesome. Well, she talks highly of you.
Well, that's good.
I haven't heard any bad stories.
Well, you're not going to hear any. They're all positives.
No.
It runs in our family. We're just good people. Doing good things. So no negatives came out of Camrose, Alberta.
Well, and obviously, like our last show yesterday was all about family dynamics and Christmas. So it's obvious you guys have none.
We're exposed at this point. Now the truth will come out.
If only someone could bring a camera on the back end. Hey, Tara and I have said this even with the show. The before and afters of what we do generally, especially when it's just she and I.
Yeah.
Can get a little ridiculous, and it's the same with family, like you can put on you put on this very cooperative and love, even though you do love each other. Like Blaine and I love each other. We have many differences of opinions, and that's what makes us stronger, You keep each other on your toes.
Absolutely. I mean, you make sure, especially around the holiday times, you give everybody a beverage. Then you get into the the important discussions, religion, politics, debates. Right? 5 minutes in, really see how everybody's doing.
Childhood traumas, and
absolutely. I haven't seen you for 6 months. Let's see what kind of buttons I can push.
Where's that trigger that I love? It's usually like, I hear ya. It's what keeps family though. It makes it fun.
Oh, absolutely.
So Tara and I were talking before the show about Christmas presents before you popped on, and I struggle, and I know many women in this world struggle as to what to buy a guy for Christmas. So Mark, expert guy, what do you buy the men in your lives for Christmas?
What do you buy the men in your lives? Well, I mean, I think it's so if I was buying myself a Christmas present, I would want to buy myself something I would like,
Yes.
and not just buy them something for the sake of buying them something.
Or buy us a sweater for you, because that
Yeah,
would
no,
never
fair enough. I think it is a tough one. Actually, me and my wife recently had this conversation. She said, "I never know what to get you." And it's like, I don't know what to get myself either. So I don't
happen.
think you're the only one that struggles with it. I think, I think if I had to buy myself a gift too, I think I would struggle. But I think there's certain things you can't go wrong with. Like for example, me, I like golf. So
Yeah.
anything, golf sports related. One I know few of my friends, their wives recently bought them golf lessons. They definitely needed it, not just practically, but it was also a gift that I think that something like that they enjoyed.
Yeah.
So things like that. I think if you can find something that your significant other can relate to and actually enjoys, and they're going to use, I think that's important. I think we've all had that open the present, and you kind of look at it and you pull it up and you sit there and just silently say like, what the heck am I going to do with this? And you put that smiley face on. It's like, oh, thank you. I really
Yeah.
needed this foot massager in three
Right.
speeds. This is exactly what I was looking for this year. Thank you. You know me. So
What am I going to do with a gun rack
well, it's exactly. I don't own a gun, let alone several guns. So, I mean,
to
but a gun rack,
necessitate an entire rack?
exactly. So, I mean, there's things like that. I think finding something that they're going to use, appreciate. I obviously, I'm in the same boat, trying to find my wife Kayleen something this year. And the Google machine is actually quite helpful.
It is.
There's obviously everybody's on a little bit of a different budget and stuff like that. And there's things that I try to look at that I know she's going to use. There's this new hair straightener out there that's very popular this year. I've been doing my research on that might find a way under the tree. But I guess going back to the guys, I mean, sports, beer, wine, obviously clothing. I mean, things like that. I think for most part, if it's something that they're going to use and can relate to,
What is something
they're
that
going
you
to
were like,
enjoy.
don't buy? What do you like? Do not buy me this. Is it tinfoil?
I it's well, see, I think you can use tinfoil.
I'm just kidding.
Our parents grew up buying a lot of practical gifts,
Yeah.
but I find like gimmicky gifts, like anything off of a TV infomercial or something like that, where you're it's like, again, what am I going to use this for? Like
Yeah.
that's where I would rather honestly save your money. Let's do something together. Let's put that the holidays are expensive enough, so I don't spend money for the sake of just spending it. So
Right.
I would say for me that's where like I don't want something gimmicky that or a gag gift. Some
Yeah.
people love them. I like things that are practical. Again, no, not all jokes aside. Talking about our parents, Tara knows this better than anyone. It's fun to get things at least that you're going to use, and if you're going to make it a fun for the family and stuff like that. But again, it's nice also to just get something, so you can't complain too much either. So
Well,
You
we
know,
talked on that one show, remember, where I said like we'll get like a tinfoil, toilet paper, paper towel. It's paper towel and toilet paper really fill up under the tree when you wrap it.
they look
It's
good.
like
They
it
really
looks
do.
like you
Oh.
have got some serious stuff under the tree, and the kids are always like, "Whoa,
That's a
it's
big
toilet
one.
paper."
Oh,
towels.
yeah, there you go.
So are men like women? Because women will say, "Oh no, I don't need jewelry," but in all reality, we're like, "Can you imagine if I got jewelry? That would be amazing." But we'll tell you we don't need it.
Fair enough. I like my watches. I'm a watch guy. I've got quite a few. So I would say that's my jewelry. Getting something like that is obviously it's a little bit sentimental, and you wear it every day and stuff like that. So I think guys like to get spoiled just as much as girls do. I mean, there's nothing. It's nice to open something where somebody's really clearly put some thought into it, and you're just like, wow, that's a great gift. I'm actually I'm going to use this. I'm very thankful for it, and so I think jewelry for men can be a good gift. Growing up playing sports, I had a lot of friends who had chains with their numbers or bands, that had a quote in it or things like that. So I think jewelry for men can be a good gift.
Yeah.
You're really educated on that. You're really good at this gift thing, hey?
I'm actually writing this stuff down.
I was going to say, I'm just reading off the sheet that she sent me to speak to 15 minutes before.
Crystal says, what about an experience, such as an outing? That's a good one, Crystal.
That is.
Going for dinner?
Even going for dinner.
A helicopter ride?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything you can do together, I think, is a fantastic gift. It's
I wonder
driving around and looking at Christmas lights.
Right.
Yeah, we do it every year. And judge the people that don't have nice lights.
Yeah. You couldn't replace half the brand.
Scrooge.
Yeah, that's exactly. Ooh, a train ride. Yeah. You know what?
Crystal's got ideas.
You know, one thing I've always wanted to do, and it's been at a few silent auctions I've been to, is a ride in one of those fighter jets.
Oh,
they always go for way out of my budget, but I think
mine too.
That would be just, I could Top Gun it and be like, singing the songs in my head, and that would be cool for a guy too, even,
I think if you gave any guy a ride in a fighter jet, I think they would be pretty excited.
Right?
I might go out on a limb and say that, but I think that would be a win in the gift category.
You may even get a new diamond.
Absolutely, you might. You'd be surprised. You might, you're at least going to get some toilet paper, paper towel back. But I mean, the diamond would be nice. The diamond would be nice, but they're going to like that gift.
It would be fun, You see,
absolutely, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Or
now, with that being said, if you came back with a an air balloon, I'm not sure I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
The fighter jet just seems a little bit more appealing to me than the hot air balloon. But
it does.
Each to their own.
So, Tara, what are you buying your brother this year? Do you guys buy gifts for each other?
More for the kids now. A little bit, but more for the kids now.
That's what we do. Blaine and I is just buy for the kids. Gets expensive with kids and spouses and
for sure. Yeah.
Both sides, and sibling gifts tend to go.
And it does. They cut those out, but it's. I think it's fun to see. I mean, it's still fun to do something for your sister and stuff like that. But seeing her smile, unfortunately, doesn't trump her beautiful 3 kids. So I'd rather see them smile than her. So I'd be lying if I didn't say I put a little bit more effort into them than her. So sorry, just being honest.
But you know what?
It's all good.
I don't know if it's the same for you, but as a mom, I like the joy. It is true. The joy your kids get from getting a gift from your siblings far outweighs, because at this age, you buy pretty much anything you need. And you're literally just buying a gift to buy a gift. And
for sure. Yeah.
It's so much more fun for the kids.
So
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell me a little bit. What are you most excited about this year? Because you've got a one that's running around now. Ooh. Has he been stealing ornaments off the tree?
No. So actually tonight's the night. Because of some recent travel for both of us for work and for family time away. I see your Christmas tree is up. Ours is not, and we're usually a family that sets ours up early. And right now, as I said before, our little guy just turned 19 months. So every day we get home from daycare, and he looks at we usually go for a walk around the street, and he looks at all the Christmas lights, and he's so excited to see them. So tonight we're going to set up the trees, and hopefully tomorrow morning when he wakes up, he's going to see it for the first time. Really that he'll be able to remember the Christmas tree. So we're pretty excited to do that tonight. And I don't know how bad it's going to be in regards to ornaments. I mean, the dogs are old enough now that they finally, although they're 11 years old and 10, they finally stopped touching the ornaments. So I'm not sure he will, but we'll see. We might have some baby gates blocking him off, but either way, it'll be a fun problem to have. So
do you remember the best, Renee? Do you remember when they were little though, and they don't know to not open presents? Like I used to not be able to put presents under the tree until like the day of, because they would just start ripping them open.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm
sure
he'll do that once or twice.
Or they get older and they start peeling the tape up very carefully so that they can try and sneak inside of it and then wrap it back up. Yeah, that's a fun stage too.
That still
See,
happens at that still happens at 35.
I was just gonna say, sorry, Mom, I do it too.
No, but then our mom would just tell us what it was because she'd be like, "Oh, don't unwrap, but that's what's
Yeah.
inside," and we're like, "No,
Oh, thanks.
don't tell us."
No kidding. Thanks for the the secret.
That's awesome.
And it would always be like the biggest gift too. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's what that is." You know,
You're not. Don't worry.
the peanut butter.
You're not going to like that one anyway. Go ahead, open it.
Yeah.
I know. Christmas Eve, you could open one gift. Which one? Yeah.
But you can't open those 5 because those ones are good. So you can pick from the crappy list over here. Those 3.
I totally lost my thought. You keep going, Tara. It'll come back. It's Friday in my world. Well, it's Friday in
It's
everyone's
Friday.
world. Yeah, the
Yeah.
brain starts to shut down a hair. And that's where I was going. So my kids this year have decided they're not sure if they believe in Santa. And this has been a big thing because I am all about Santa. But then you toy with the fact, well, if they don't believe in it, do I have to buy? Or does Santa have to bring all those extra presents?
Mhm.
Maybe this cuts down on the budget a little bit.
Renee, did you like do something really bad? Santa still comes to my house.
No, Santa comes and Santa will be coming. But I am holding on to them.
I was going to say he comes to mind too. So if you got something to get off your chest that you did this year, that you don't think you're going to get a visitor.
But
This would be a great time.
When you like Tara, your kids are older than mine are. Well, your girls are older than mine are. How do you deal with that? Because like when they all of a sudden come out of nowhere and are like, is Santa really real?
Because the other, obviously the children that tell them these lies have been horrible and Santa doesn't come. So
Well, that's what I told them.
I'm like, I guess you're still good. So you're golden.
It's so tough though as they get older.
But it is a tough one to have, right? And there's an element of wanting your kids to trust you and respect you, and again, their belief system is going to be different from the next kids, and I'm obviously not there yet, so I'll look to you two for the guidance when I get a little bit older with see what worked or didn't work. But I definitely see the struggle with when's the right time to be honest with your kids.
Yes. Well,
I think Crystal's got it. If they can hear a jingle,
yeah,
it's Santa.
I agree, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and I told them I make out with Santa every Christmas Eve, so I'm pretty sure he's real because
She leaves really good presents under.
And I can promise you, it's not me eating the cookies. I swear.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Hey,
isn't it funny when you leave carrots instead of cookies?
He doesn't.
You gotta leave carrots for the reindeers.
Absolutely.
You do.
They get hungry too. So are you guys? Are you a Christmas Eve family or a Christmas Day family, or what is your guys' family tradition?
We do pajamas Christmas Eve.
Yep.
So we open up pajamas and watch a movie, and then leave like the goodies, and we do all our gifts Christmas Day.
Gotcha.
Yes. Do you guys do it Christmas Eve?
We do not. We also do Christmas Day.
Yeah.
We have some family stuff on Christmas Eve, but we tend to do more stuff on Christmas Day as well. But Tara's a little bit different, I believe.
We did. Well, I grew up, we always did Christmas Day, but then with time and having to change things and alter, we do Christmas Eve now. And it's actually really bad, but the last few years, it's like, fine, you want it over and done with by noon? Go for it. Let's do it. because then they're happy. Otherwise, all day, every 5 minutes, it's like, is it time yet? 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 Like, and you're just like, yeah, it is time. Let's do this. But they kind of like to spread it throughout the day, which is actually kind of turned into a lot of fun where they'll like maybe open 1 or 2 and then they kind of go enjoy it. And then we come back and kind of do that. So, because usually there's festivities on Christmas Day.
It's the 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, Christmas morning wake ups.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
that I do not enjoy. Yeah. So I am divorced or going through, and we have decided that we'd split Christmas Day. So we rotate who has them
on Christmas
every other year. So this year it's my year to sleep in. And let me tell you how much I am looking forward to not having the 5 a.m. Let's go do presents. until they can work an espresso maker and have the appropriate equipment waiting for me. Nah. But
well, Tara was worse than me growing up. She liked to get up super early. Everybody up, everybody get going. The odd time we'd have our grandparents stay over, and you liked it bright and early. As I got a little bit older, I didn't mind a little extra sleep in there. But, she was a little bit more excited than I was, I think, when we were kids.
That's awesome. I could see that.
I think that's true. Yeah, I think I was always up pretty early.
You were, but I do remember I got a hockey net one year, and I woke up. It might have been 3, 4 in the morning, and I think I slept out there trying in this hockey net. It was a little difficult to wrap that one, but other than that, I think you were up usually before I was.
You know, the one nice solution to that we actually implemented is you're allowed to open your stocking. Only then I hit the point where I wanted to see what was in their stocking because they were older, the kids. Yeah. But we could get up, Blaine and I, and we could open our stockings and play with that stuff and our Santa present. Yeah. Our Santa present was sitting usually all assembled. It would be the thing that would require the most assembly. And that would be sitting there waiting for us. So that's a good way for parents to get out of having to have that.
Or if you were like, our dad used to be like, well, let's just wait to Boxing Day next week. I got to make breakfast first.
He used to torment us. He had old mix Christmas music tapes, and he'd have, I got to get the tape going, and we got to, do this errand. And got to go, and go check. Well, the sidewalks might need to be shoveled. Let's get all that done first. Safety first. And no, we want to open our presents, but always found a way to get them open on Christmas morning. Although every year he used the Boxing Day joke. So
that's probably why now I'm like, just go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah. We'd always have to listen to the whole Christmas story in the Bible. My dad would pull out the Bible and read the whole thing. And we're like, seriously, do you think we really, yes, that's what we're doing it for. But do you really think we want to hear this right now? Like, we're going to have to hear it in 2 more hours of Grandma and Grandpa's. But I think now that you're saying that, I think it was just his way of dragging the
fair enough.
Yeah, well done, Dad.
Yeah, no
well, I know Mark doesn't have a lot of time, so we'll have to wrap it up a little bit. But I want to know, what is your favorite thing about Christmas? What you're looking forward to most this year? And I don't know, the funniest thing that ever happened to you, the best surprise you ever got. I don't know. Maybe that's too many questions.
I won't remember all of them, but I'd say it sounds cheesy, cliche. I think still for most, obviously with kids, it's a little bit different now. But I still think family is my favorite thing. I think everyone lives such a busy lifestyle and such a hectic, way of life these days, that actually getting to spend, my sister Tara, although she lives 5 minutes away, we don't see each other near enough. It feels like the holidays is that time where you still get to see your grandparents and your uncles and aunts that live in different communities. So I think for me, that's still probably my favorite part of it. It's something I do look forward to. I mean, you could get into the presents or the food, but the part that I always remember a month or so down the road is actually getting to spend time with those that you love and you want to see at that time. I don't remember, what was your second question? Your
favorite thing that I don't know. Your favorite. I lost it. I was actually thinking about the time we were doing the air dancing or the singing to Lose Yourself that one night. That was a lot of fun.
We used to have a lot of we're very spoiled. Our family, our parents grew up in towns very close to each other. So we've had holidays where we've had just our family. We've had holidays where we've just had one set of the family. We've also had holidays where we've had both our mom and our dad's family come together. And a few of those nights, they've gone a little bit later into the morning, and a lot of fun happens. Some air dancing on tables. I remember the first time one of my uncles, dancing on a table, slipping and falling, and it's the eggnog was a little stiffer that day. But those years later, you look back and that's the stuff you kind of remember of spending time with family. Or
are you both from?
Had farm. Sorry, what's? Oh, I was gonna say when we had 2 grandparents that had 2 farms, and riding around on a horse, they used to race horses, and so they'd pull us, the kids, on a mattress behind on the racetrack, and we'd all go play with our cousins and stuff like that. And you knock them off, and you wait till the truck came around and hop back on. And we had a lot of fun growing up at the farms as kids, doing some of that stuff. So a lot of those memories still years later. I wish our kids could experience some of that stuff, but still a lot of fun that happens around the holidays.
I know. Uncle, where's the pickup truck and the mattress you're hauling around my three?
Yeah, no kidding.
Around the racetrack.
Yeah.
That is true.
Do you know what you can do? This is what Blaine and I did with our cousins, is we take a mattress and stick it at like an air mattress, and put it at the top of the stairs, and all pile on it and go flying down the staircase into the wall. That's another good one. And it's not as far, you don't have to wait for the truck.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I feel like that could happen at a few houses around the holidays.
And 19 months.
Disclaimer.
Put the bike helmet on them.
Yeah. Well, I seen the other day, I saw a kid walking around the mall with a hockey helmet on, and there was no rink anywhere near, and I said, well, either this kid's got some issues with seeing things, or he just likes to be roughhouse a little bit. So that was the first. So a mattress down some stairs, it seems to make sense.
I like to keep things safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wear a helmet. Wear a helmet.
For everything. Driving. Everything. Thank you so much, Mark, for coming on with us.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. And hopefully I didn't embarrass my sister. So you're a little bit more used to it, having your brother on all the time. So hopefully it wasn't too bad for her.
No, you took it very easy on her.
Well, good. She's pretty good to me too. So thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Happy holidays to both of you. Obviously, I'll see you, Tara, before then. But thanks again for having me.
Thanks for coming
Mark.
on and sharing all your Christmas wisdom.
You bet.
Have a great day.
You can see you.
See ya. Well, that was fun. It's always nice to hear a guy's perspective on presents. I
know.
So,
because we don't think the same.
No, we don't. Like, literally, when I said women will tell you, no, I don't need jewelry, we're actually saying, if you want to buy us jewelry, that would be all right.
I really like the,
the fighter jet.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, would I go in there? I don't know.
I totally would.
Maybe that, but I would not do a hot air balloon. That thing could pop. You get a Pelican that runs right into that thing and boom. I'm sure they've thought about it, but that's okay.
The weather has to be so perfect for that balloon to fly,
I'm not going to jump out of a plane or go up in an air balloon. It's just
no.
And great to everybody that does.
Yes.
Be the adventurous person you are.
Yep. I think I really like the idea of experiences, though. I think, especially as adults, it's fun to buy toys for kids and frivolous things, but for adults, it is actually the experiences and the times that we cherish more than it is.
It is. I think Lori really brought up a good point yesterday in talking about that. And when you're trying to balance it, it's looking at the emotions and the emotions that you're feeling during that time. And, it is true, like Mark was talking about, we do have a very big family and we get together. It is a lot of fun. Sometimes it's a lot of work for everybody to navigate, to pull the parts together. But, you do throw on some music and you reminisce and you have some good times. And it is, it is fun. It is nice to see everybody. And it's about that experience. It's those moments that you remember. I have a pretty good memory of gifts I've been given, but I certainly remember the times, the air guitar dances, the dance offs, the joke, there's things like that. Our uncles are pretty funny. They like to tell some jokes every now and then, so that kind of stuff is, I think, the things that I still remember. And, as the kids grow up over the years and you start to give away and donate all these items, really, it's all about that movement of energy and changing and stuff. So it really is about the experience.
One of the funnest Christmases we had was we decided as a family not to buy gifts for each other. And we actually donated to Hampers it was a charity out in Spruce Grove, Stony Plain. And so we took the money that we would have spent on presents for the extended family, and we basically did Christmas for a bunch of families. And that was a lot of fun, because then the Christmas day is actually we bought the kids gifts still, but it's just about spending the time together and cherishing each other. And it was really neat. So like, I know, and this is just a shout out because I saw it yesterday on Facebook, but Win House is looking for families to sponsor women and children. So different families that are in the shelters or have just recently come out of the shelters, sponsor a family to buy a hamper for, you know, presents, some food, stuff like that. So if you're looking for different options in the city of Edmonton for doing hampers or giving, you know, benevolently to other people in need, and when you just find people don't need anything and you still want to do something, there's many, many, many different places that you can look out to here in Edmonton for information for that. Or you can send us a message and we can connect you, you know, with some local charities here in Edmonton that are looking for families to help sponsor other families. So I guess for the month of December, it's safe to say we're going to be spending a lot of time on Christmas and on Christmas decorating and relationships and homemade crafts and cooking and
homemade gifts.
yeah,
Those are, you know, those are some of my favorites to do, is put together little care packages with some things and goodies. So we're going to come up with, we're going to share some ideas with you of things that you can do.
it's going to be a fun month. Thank you
It
for
is
watching.
going to be a fun month.
Yes.
Sure. Yes. Thank you for watching us, and join us on Tuesday where we have our Canadian social friends from Southwest Florida joining us, Lisa Marie and Shannon Grantham. Lisa used to live in New York, and of course now she is in Fort Myers or Southwest Florida. It's a tongue twister.
It is.
We're going to talk a little bit about that holiday decor and what's that like going from snow to the beach and how things change, and a little bit about Christmas vacays if it's something that you're looking at. So that'll be all on Tuesday.
At 10 a.m. Alberta time.
And noon Eastern time.
And everybody else can figure out the time zone for themselves.
Everybody else can figure it out. So
thank you, Mark,
thank you.
for coming on. Like us, share us, comment.
Tell your friends.
Love us. All that good stuff. You can now find us on YouTube as well at the Canadian Social Show. Canadian Social Show.
Yes.
And you can check out our website. We've made some changes there, and there's lots more changes to be coming here soon. So we will see you Tuesday, Canada. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And that is thecanadiansocial.com.
The Canadian Social.
Take off, eh?
Yeah, hoser. How's he do that?